Student athletes push hard on the field and in the classroom, but when injuries happen, you want a physical therapist who makes recovery personal. Prime Physical Therapy is more than just a clinic. We're a faith-driven, patient-focused team committed to helping athletes bounce back stronger. Healing happens best in an environment where athletes feel supported, motivated, and yes, even have fun. Parents, you can trust us to care for your athlete like family. Call or text at 405-706-1266 for a free consultation in clinic or by phone. Prime Physical Therapy, helping athletes get back to their prime performance.
Welcome to Charleston's, where great food and great service is what's on the menu. Business lunch after landing that big sale? Check. Never miss ordering our mouth-watering spinach dip? Check. Catching up over some margaritas? Check. Or just a craving for our key lime pie? Checkmate. No matter the reason, big, small, or none at all, you gotta come to Charleston's.
Evolve Events strives to provide a top-tier youth basketball experience in the OKC metro area. Our goal is to create a safe, competitive atmosphere that also works within your budget. We are focused on facilitating an environment that will help all players, teams, and coaches grow. Whether you're aiming to take your skills to the next level, secure a spot on your school team, or one day hoist a gold ball at the big house, Evolve Events has a platform for you. Don't just play, evolve. Visit our website at evolveokevents.com to get signed up for an Evolve event today. Evolve Events strives to provide a
Live from the BOK Center in downtown Tulsa, it is the final day of the 60th Annual Tournament of Champions. We've moved into the consolation final bracket. We have two outstanding games for you here with the final day of 2025. As you look at the floor, you see Carl Albert and Sequoyah Tahlequah, 3A number 2, and the 6-4 Titans out of Class 5A set to do battle. Hello again, everyone. I'm Todd Miller, but joined by Matt Adair on the call of this one. Coming up, we'll also have the call for you of the boys consolation championship game. Two teams that know a lot of success here in this tournament. Tulsa Memorial taking on Owasso. Matt Adair, happy afternoon to you and happy New Year. 6-4 Carl Albert, 8-2 Sequoyah Tahlequah. This one for the opening tip should be a lot of fun.
Boy, I am looking forward to this one. I've gotten to do a couple of Carl Albert games throughout this tournament, and I have just loved everything that I've seen about them. Jakaria Brown and Audrey Plunkett, really a good 1-2 combination. We'll see if Sequoyah Tahlequah can come up with an answer for that pair.
Jakaria Brown was outstanding against Dale in the opening round loss. Carl Albert's road here to the consolation finals. A loss to 2A number 1 Dale, 61-53. They came back and won over 4A number 2 Locust Grove yesterday, 52-45. Meanwhile, Sequoyah Tahlequah came to the tournament 7-1. They're now 8-2. They lost to Lincoln Christian, the defending tournament champions, on day one. Lincoln ranked number 1 in 4A, dispatched of Sequoyah 61-37, and then they bounced back with a win over Class A Quinton yesterday, 53-43. Here's the anticipated starters for head coach Kyle Ritchie and Carl Albert. He's in his 9th season. He's a graduate of Carl Albert High School back in 1991. Hayden Harrell will start, a 5'1 junior. Malia Hatchett, a 5'5 junior. Jakaria Brown, a 5'6 senior, Audrey Plunkett, a 5'11 senior, and Zoe Johnson, a 5'4 freshman. For head coach Justin Brown, one of the more respected girls basketball coaches in the state, he'll go with Prairie Holmes, a 5'10 sophomore, Brindley Lamb, a 5'7 sophomore, Macy Brown, the 5'5 junior, Emma Cooley, she's a 5'10 senior, and Kaya Popitti, she is a 5'9 junior. So those are the starters. Carl Albert will wear the home uniforms again today. They have home white, red, and silver. Sequoyah Tahlequah on the road maroon and white uniforms. We are ready for consolation final game number 1. Owasso and Tulsa Memorial, 6A and 5A to go at it right after this one. And then it's on to the third and championship rounds here on Championship Wednesday at the BOK Center. We're underway. Carl Albert wins the opening tip as Hayden Harrell will bring it to the front court. Carl Albert moving from left to right as we watch here. Court side of the BOK Center. Harrell cross courts it for Brown. Jakari moves right to the top of the circle. Sequoyah chasing a man-to-man defense. Wing left with the basketball is Hatchett. Malia bounces it back out front for Harrell. She'll drive left, pitches on the wing for Plunkett. Plunkett sidesteps to the top of the circle and hands it off to Brown. So far, a pretty airtight defense by Sequoyah.
Yeah, not afraid to get up right in their face and guard them. Not really worried about back cuts yet.
Harrell to Brown. Jakari moves right to the top of the key. Good defense by Sequoyah Tahlequah, and they have forced Carl Albert to take 45 seconds already off this first quarter clock without even triggering a shot. Plunkett with it, bounces it to the head of the circle. Now it's Brown. Jakari, leading scorer for Carl Albert in 2 games thus far. It's Johnson, elbow left. She'll pitch into the corner. First 3 of the afternoon, skips off no good from Hatchett. Rebound is Sequoyah, and here come the Lady Indians for the first time this afternoon. Macy Brown puts up a quick 3 right wing. That one is too strong. Harrell boxes out for the rebound. It was tipped away by Holmes, and Hayden comes up with it in the front court.
Boy, Carl Albert did such a good job being patient, and now, bang, big three-pointer.
By Jakari Brown. Who else? She's been again their leading scorer here with the tournament. 90 seconds in this consolation final game. One of these two teams go home 2-1. It's 3-0 Carl Albert. In the backcourt, pressure coming from Johnson. Ball into the hands of Brindley Lamb. Lamb left front court, veers right, and we get a foul on Zoe Johnson. That's the first of the afternoon with 6:24 to play. Already about half an hour behind schedule here on New Year's Eve. The anticipated tip time 7 at 8:30 tonight for the girls and boys championship games. Sequoyah will trigger it inbound as Papetti will do the honors. Left side, it's Brindley Lamb. She holds on the circle, looks down low, ball tipped away, Plunkett with a steal. Audrey back the other way, 1-on-2 to the goal. Drop steps, goes up, missed it. Ball volleyed around. It was on the hands of a Titan and corralled by Sequoyah. And a whistle with a foul underneath coming up against, I believe, the Lady Indians. It'll stay with Carl Albert. No, they're going to jump. No, a loose ball foul, that's on Plunkett. That's her first. And the second on Carl Albert here with the first period.
I didn't really see the contact there from Plunkett, but that was a hotly contested ball underneath. I think both of them were going after it pretty hard.
Cooley with a football pass, the length of the floor to Lamb. Lamb goes one-on-one, scoops it up and in. Good defense by Zoe Johnson, but Cooley just was a little bit better. That's actually Lamb on the receiving end. And it's 3-2 Carl Albert. 5:40 to play here in the opening period. Between the circles, Zoe Johnson with the basketball. Bounces it over the right wing side. That's Hatchett. She'll cross court it left wing side for Jakari Brown. And as we get a shot, the bucket is good, and they're going to call a foul on Sequoyah. 3-point basket by Plunkett. The foul called against Cooley. Not a lot of contact, it didn't look like, but that's a huge foul because it's a post-possession foul, and Carl Albert will throw in underneath.
So that is unique. You don't get the 4-point play opportunity, but you get the ball back.
Wing right, Brown knocks down another 3. It's a 6-point trip down the floor, and Justin Brown wants a timeout with 5:38 to play here in the first quarter. 9-2, Carl Albert over Sequoyah Tahlequah. It's a 30-second break, and we will keep it right here. How about that trip down the floor? That's about as good as you could hope for.
You can't plan it out any better than that. It's just an unfortunate call that didn't favor Sequoyah Tahlequah that time. However, the referees have called this pretty tight. We had a pretty good touch foul right up here on the other side. I think that's going to benefit Sequoyah Tahlequah down the stretch because Carl Albert really plays an aggressive brand of defense.
Folks, I got to tell you, my partner is the ultimate warrior. His daughter is playing for the Alva Ladybugs in the third-place game of the Mustang Bank 7 Holiday Classic. And Matt is calling this game while watching his daughter, Kylie, play for the Ladybugs on his phone. That's pretty cool.
Dedicated to being on Squirtle.tv every chance Adam gives me.
Holmes into the front court. Jab steps out front. 5.5 to go first period. Thanks to that 6-point trip, it's a 7-point Carl Albert lead. Cooley holds left front court. Carl Albert in a man-to-man defense. Cooley pivots, holds it high, needs some help. Almost called for 5 seconds, and there it is. And the officials had some help from Kyle Ritchie as that occurred right in front of the Titan bench.
Kyle Ritchie was nearly hip-to-hip with the official counting that 5-second call down.
5:15 to go here in the first period. Matt Adair, Todd Miller with you and the Squirtle crew. Reed and Madison triggering the controls here early in this one. Into the front court left side, it's Hayden Harrell. Harrell bounces back to the middle of the floor, reverses to Brown on the baseline. She has 6 of the 9. Brown with an errant bounce pass that's run down by Harrell in the front court. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first period. Carl Albert leading by 7. Harrell against the Lady Indian man-to-man defense. Veers to the left wing side. Now gets a little bit of a rub. She'll hand it off in the corner for Zoe Johnson. Neither team is substituted yet. That's about to change as Jaden Travis set to check in for Sequoyah. Banging her way to the goal. The layup hangs to the front of the rim. No good. So Hatchett will go to the line. The foul against Brindley Lamb, her first, and the first against Sequoyah Tahlequah, who trails 9-2 with 4:40 to go here in the first period.
What an aggressive baseline take by Hatchett right there, too. She had only a window to slip through and then drove all the way.
Hatchett to the line for the first time, misses the first free throw. Malia Hatchett came into the tournament averaging about 2 points and just over a rebound and a half per ball game. Last year, she played really out of position. She was a post player. This year, she's playing more of a natural guard position, and that has really benefited the Titans. Hatchett gets 1 of 2. The run now is 7 straight. It's an 8-point lead with 4.5 to go here in the first period. Into the front court with the basketball, Prairie Holmes. Holmes will kick it off on the right wing side. Papitti with the basketball. She puts it above her head. Now feeds it to Lamb between the circles. Lamb with a left-handed dribble gets around Harrell. Throws up a runner. Back rim's no good. Rebound. Flat-footed Jaden Travis, who just checked in. Left side, Holmes off the dribble. Pulls up. Missed the mid-range jump shot. Follows her shot. Holmes missed the stick back again. Right at the rim. They had 3 opportunities down that trip down the floor and couldn't convert. Brown with the basketball. Whips it right. Pump faking Harrell. Drives baseline. Runner too strong. Skips across the rim. Papitti with the rebound. Here comes Sequoyah Tahlequah down 10-2 with 4 minutes to go here in the opening period. Lamb through the paint, left to right. Layup is good. Brindley has 4 of the 5 points for the Lady Indians, who stopped that run of 9 straight and pulled back to within 6.
Of course, Brindley Lamb coming off a heck of a performance yesterday as well. I think she had 15 for Sequoyah Tahlequah in their win.
Zoe Johnson with the basketball resets for the right quarter to the middle of the floor. Under 3.5 minutes to play here in the opening period from downtown Tulsa. Left side with it is Malia Hatchett. Hatchett gets it to Brown. It probes her way elbow left. Was covered up, and the shot is short. It's an air ball, and it's out of bounds. Good defense that time. And first off the bench this afternoon for Carl Albert will be Annabelle Crawford, a 5'10 freshman. Crawford entered the tournament averaging 4 points and just under 5 rebounds a game.
Provides a toughness, a real presence under the bucket for this Carl Albert team.
Full court pressure, quickly into the hands. Kobe Kirk off the bench has it, goes coast to coast, 2-on-1, feeds it to a wide open Travis, who overshot the layup, and Carl Albert has the rebound. That's 2 straight possessions in which Sequoyah has missed at the rim. They trail 10-4 with 3 minutes to play here in the first period of the Consolation Girls Championship game of the Tournament of Champions. Wing right with it is Annabelle Crawford. She hands it off. Plunkett's hit 1-3 from there. Misses short. Almost stuck between the rim and the backboard. Rebound to Brown and a foul in the backcourt. It's going to be a block against the Titans, and they will call it on Jakari Brown. So 3 different Carl Albert players with a foul here in the first period. That's their third with 2:54 to go in the opening 8.
Good trap there from Carl Albert, but Jakari Brown just got a little bit too aggressive into the body of the Sequoyah Tahlequah offender there.
Tessa Trammell, a 5'4 junior, comes into the ball game. This is a deep Sequoyah Tahlequah team. They will use a lot of players off of the bench. Holmes holds foul on extended left wing. Now it's Travis out front. Travis bounces it for Kobe Kirk. They work it down low with the block. It's Lady Smith. Smith gets it to Travis, who opposes her will, got too far to the basket, but was pushed by Annabelle Crawford, who has her first.
Yeah, Annabelle Crawford just got beat there trying to make up for it, closing out to that baseline. And again, the body contact is going to send Sequoyah to the line.
Carl Albert had this problem against Dale on day 1. They got a big lead, led by double figures, and they just went into a funk offensively and didn't score for a while.
Started off really hot behind the 3-point arc, but rebounding was a weakness for Carl Albert against Dale, and it's kind of showed up a little bit today as Sequoyah Tahlequah's done a good job on the board.
Travis hits both free throws. Sequoyah 3 of 3 at the line. They now have scored 3 straight, and they are with, or 4 straight. They're within 4 at 10-6. Under 2.5 to go opening period. Harrell with a left-handed dribble to the front court. Double team. Ball knocked away from her by Smith. Smith has the turnover. Loses handle in the front court. Gets it back and now funnels it to Kobe Kirk. Kirk will veer around the top of the circle, right side to Trammell. Trammell in the corner, leaves it for Smith. Smith's bounce pass knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Indians with 2:12 to go here in the first period. 10-6 Carl Albert, Matt, though it's been a while since that big 6-point trip for the Titans helped propel them to a 9-point run.
Certainly has. It looks to me like Sequoyah Tahlequah wants to play a little inside-out basketball with their big post in right now. That was kind of the hesitation over there in the corner.
Lainey Smith will trigger it inbounds, right front court. Prairie Holmes off the dribble, steps inside the head of the nail, missed it off the front rim. Crawford has the rebound. Plunkett wants it, gets it, now speeds back 1-on-2, loses the handle, out of bounds. Kyle Ritchie thought there was a lot of contact.
Boy, and Audrey Plunkett thought that the ball went off of Sequoyah Tahlequah. In fact, she'll even ask about it. And they're going to get Plunkett with an offensive foul. They're going to call that little forearm shove out there an offensive push, and that will bring Plunkett to the bench.
I'll be honest, I saw that, and I was about to say it when Kyle Ritchie said, hey, there was contact, and the ball was out of bounds off them. Clearly, Plunkett used a forearm shiver to try to get to the basket. That's team foul number 5 against the Titans, the second against their second leading scorer, Audrey Plunkett. Into the front court, it's Kobe Kirk. Kirk veers back, middle of the floor, 1:46 to play here in the first period. They try to lob it down low, ball deflected, picked up by Travis. Muscles up in the paint, ball sticks on the rim and drops in. Went chest to chest that time with Crawford and won the battle. 4 straight for Jaden Travis off the bench, and the lead down to 2 for the Titans. Jakari Brown, head of the circle. Annabelle Crawford flips it right side. Johnson slides left to the foul line, got a jumper. That is a big basket for Zoe Johnson, her first of the day.
That is their first score since the 4:40 mark here in quarter number 1.
It's over 3.5 minutes of elapsed time. 1:12 to play here in the opening period. Prairie Holmes with it right front court. She'll get it into the hands of Smith, who cross courts it for Trammell. They cut back door. It's Travis, turns left, shot wouldn't go from close. Ball tipped, and Crawford has it. Annabelle outlets to Harrell. He'll slow it down wing left. Under a minute to go here in period number 1 of the girls' consolation championship game at the Tournament of Champions powered by Squirtle.tv. Wing left, Jakari Brown. Out high, flips a pass to Annabelle Crawford. She'll go up, shot blocked by Travis. Jaden the rebound. She's really starting to get into the flow of this ball game. Holmes coast to coast, a little runner, missed it. That would have tied or have pulled Sequoyah to within 2. And the rebound to Kobe Kirk and a foul on the floor. And she'll go to the line for 2 after Hayden Harrell's first free throw.
Another second chance opportunity for Sequoyah Tahlequah there. We've seen that 2 or 3 times now in the game. The offensive board's kind of piling up.
Aaliyah Freeman, a 5'5 senior, comes into the ball game, and that was the 15th foul against the Titans. So we'll have 2 free throws here for Sequoyah Tahlequah. She hits both. It's back to a 2-point game. That would be the closest that it has been since it was 5-2 very early in this ball game. First free throw as the place is quiet is nothing but net. Keeps Sequoyah perfect at the free throw line. Freeman will check in. Also, Macy Brown returns along with Brinley Lamb. Crawford goes to the bench, and Kinley Sutton comes in for the first time for Carl Albert. Second free throw is good. They're now 5 of 5 on the line. So they have half of their 10 points, Matt, from the stripe, and they're within 2. Half a minute to go, first period. Harrell into the front court. Pounds the dribble, veers left wing side. Now gets it to Zoe Johnson. Johnson probes, backs it head of the circle against the Sequoyah zone. Right wing side, Hatchett tries to spin, can't, goes back out high. Game clock down to 15 seconds, first period. Driving left, Johnson hoists it up, missed the shot. And the rebound, that was Brown. Rebound of Sequoyah. 9 seconds to play here in the first period. Carl Albert by 2. Top of the key, Kirk drives right, try to dump it down low. Does so to Travis, hit the bottom of the backboard. Sequoyah the rebound, but they won't get a shot off as time expires on the first 8 minutes. So 1/4 of the way through this girls' consolation championship game. Carl Albert leads Sequoyah Tahlequah, ranked second in Class 3A. 12-10 our score here on Squirtle.tv.
I will have... Sorry, but how do you choose? I will have... Ooh, the old-fashioned banana split sends your taste buds to heaven. But the strawberry shortcake sundae tastes like summer in a dish. Then there's the molten lava cake sundae. Oh, but the banana fudge sundae. I'm drooling.
Sir, or you could get all 4.
Let's do that.
Come enjoy your favorite classic sundae at Brahms.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963. Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service.
Here we go. 8 minutes in the books. Period number 2 set to begin with possession of Sequoyah Tahlequah. Lady Indians down 2. They have trailed by as many as 7 here in the first period. Lamb into the paint. Bounces it right side off the dribble. It's Papetti, and she knocks down a jumper. That is her first basket. The game is tied.
Knot us up at 12. That's the first tie. We haven't had a lead change yet, so Sequoyah Tahlequah with an opportunity, if they get a defensive stop here, to have their first lead of the game.
Neither team has shot well. Sequoyah with that basket, 4 of 12, 33%. Carl Albert, 4 of 11. Game tied at 12, early second period. Nearly a 5-second count as they force it down low to Brown. It was knocked away. Jakari gets it back, comes up short. Rebound poked out, and Sequoyah has it. They have a chance at their first lead of the afternoon. Into the front court, right to left goes Brindley Lamb. She'll attack down the paint, spins to her right, puts it up and in. Lamb has 6, including the first 4 today for Sequoyah. And a timeout, Carl Albert, as you see. Brindley Lamb finishing to the rim. 7:09 to play, first half. 14-12, Tahlequah over Carl Albert for the 60th TOC on Squirtle.tv.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union. Summer job,
Todd Miller, Matt Adair, the Squirtle.tv crew. Final day of 2025. Final day of the 60th Annual Tournament of Champions. When the girls' event was first moved to Oklahoma, or added to the slate back in 1999, it was known as the Best of Oklahoma. Now it's strictly the Tournament of Champions. Carl Albert down for the first time, has it in the front court. Harrell with it between the circles. Come a long way since 99, Matt.
Boy, it has been a long time. That's the year I graduated from high school.
It's been a long time, trust me. Carroll to Brown on a handoff, who dribbles through the top of the key. Left wing Johnson misses long in a three-point attempt. Harrell's there for the rebound. First period, Sequoyah out-rebounded Carl Albert by 3, and Brown nails her third 3 of the contest. And it's 15-14, Carl Albert, almost 2 minutes into the second period.
Three-pointer set up by just the second offensive board for Carl Albert today.
Holmes to land to Papetti out front. Now right wing side to Holmes. Top of the circle, they'll trigger a 3. It rolls off the rim, no good from Lamb. Looking for her first 3-ball with the ball game. Rebound to Carl Albert with possession at a 1-point advantage. Brown with a between-the-leg dribble. One hand's a push pass to Johnson. She backs it out into the center circle logo. Carl Albert moving from left to right here with the first 2 periods of play. Sutton puts up a long 3 at front rims, and Papetti with the rebound. She shoots it up ahead, right baseline. Cooley missed the layup, had her hands on the rebound, kept it alive, Macy Brown. And now a travel called up front against Lamb. This game has not had a lot of flow or rhythm, Matt, in nearly 11 minutes of play.
No, it's been clunky to say the least, and it's kind of been for both teams. They go through phases of turnovers and then balls just not going in. It's hard for anybody to really kind of find their form so far.
Brindley Crawford has entered the ball game, and going to the bench, Kinley Sutton. Sequoyah Tahlequah likes to play at an up-tempo, and they're going to force the issue with some full-court pressure. Now they back it off, and Smith will pressure Harrell, who speeds into the front court left side. 5:15 to go with the first half, 15-14 from downtown Tulsa on New Year's Eve. Harrell closely guarded, now attacks left, pitches off for the baseline. Needs some help, gets it to Hatchett. Hatchett's double team, bounces it back out front to Harrell. Three straight on Johnson, too strong, back rim. Rebound on the floor, tipped and controlled by Cooley. It's taken away by Crawford, who missed the layup. Another opportunity. That's Brown for the putback.
And again, Sequoyah Tahlequah not able to secure that offensive board. And it's the second chance opportunities that have given Carl Albert a little advantage here.
Lamb crosses over, picks her dribble up, left block, missed it. Volleys the rebound, gets it back, throws up a runner. That one wouldn't go. Crawford the rebound. That's Brindley for Carl Albert. They have scored 4 straight since trailing 14, or make that 5 straight since trailing 14-12. Sequoyah, that zone defense. That's Johnson through the key. Now to Hatchett, who sticks it for the left corner. And it's 20-14. Carl Albert, what a response by the Titans.
A 5-0 run here for Carl Albert, a chance to make it 7.
Brown with a steal to the other end. Layup good. Jakari Brown having another big first half. She's got 13. Sequoyah Tahlequah wants a timeout as it's 10 straight by the Titans with 4:16 to play here in the first half of the girls' consolation championship game from the 60th Tournament of Champions, and we will keep it right here. Brown with 13 points, 6 from Brindley Lamb. Those are the leading scores for each side, respectively. Told you with the first period, Sequoyah out-rebounded Carl Albert 9-6. They continue to lead to the boards. And the scoring and the shooting has had a little bit of an uptick here in the second period.
Certainly has. Sequoyah Tahlequah took the lead at 7-11 for the first time in this ballgame. They led 14-12 at that point. Since then, it has been all Carl Albert as they have poured it on from 14 all the way to 22.
Happy New Year's Eve from downtown Tulsa, the BOK Center. The BOK Center is the 4th venue since the Tournament of Champions was formed in 1966 to serve as a host for this venerable tournament. Prairie home into the front court right side, guarded by Zoe Johnson. She'll hand it off to Lady Smith with a left-handed dribble to Travis. Long 3, no. Rebound underneath, and that's Brown. Brown bounces it, and a foul against Sequoyah as they bumped into Zoe Johnson. It's against Kobe Kirk. That's her first.
Johnson doing everything she could to hang on to the dribble on that one, and just the pressure from Sequoyah Tahlequah created that hustle foul.
3:55 to play here in the first half, 22-14. The run still 10 unanswered for Carl Albert. They have possession. Joey Johnson pounds the dribble. She brings it to the front court. Works around a Brindley Crawford screen. Now curls left to the wing. Whips it across the floor for Hayden Harrell. Back wing left for Zoe Johnson. Out high, Crawford. Brindley dumps it down low with a block to Annabelle Crawford. She touches it to Harrell, who speeds through the paint from right to left. Now to Hatchett in the corner. Cross courts it to Hayden Harrell. Nice possession, disciplined possession for Carl Albert, and then they threw it away. Crawford was looking for Crawford down low, and Brindley's pass stolen. Back the other way, it's Holmes. Pitches left corner, wide open 3-ball Smith. In and out, no good. Rebound, Carl Albert. So the drought continues. The run is 10 straight for CA. Into the front court, Harrell with a basketball. Top of the key for Annabelle Crawford for 3, no good. Brindley Crawford battling for the rebound. Now we get a tie-up. Underneath, Hatchett engaged that time Kobe Kirk, and the arrow will stay with the Titans.
Tough rebounding right there from both schools as they really fought over that one.
Freeman and Trammell both return for Sequoyah Tahlequah. Back in Jakari Brown after a brief blow over on Kyle Ritchie's bench. 3 minutes to go, first half, 22-14, girls consolation finals game here from T-Town. And off to Harrell, right corner, up to the wing. Now she gets it to Brown. It calls for a screen, drives left and banked in a contested jumper. 15 now for Jakari Brown. She leads Sequoyah Tahlequah by 1 herself.
What an impressive take right there. Goes 2 on 1 of the bucket, still finds the hole.
She's an impressive player, and she does it with the defensive end, still with a bounce pass. Brown will bring it to the front quarter. She gallops across midcourt. 2.5 to play here in the first half. Bounce pass to Harrell out front. Carl Albert being very patient and deliberate on offense. Crawford with the high post. That's Annabelle. Down low to Brindley. Missed it once, got it back, and she traveled.
Took a little hop on that, trying to get the pump fake to get the defender in the air, and the referee right on top of that one. However, it is a 12-point run for Carl Albert right now. Sequoyah Tahlequah's last basket came at the 7-11 mark.
They had their only lead at 14-12, coast to coast. Layup, no good by Kirk. Follow shot by Travis, too strong. She's had trouble around the rim today. Rebound to the Titans. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Sequoiah's fans behind us wanted some contact, and there was in that layup. Harrell with the ball, stationary dribble between the circles. Veers left wing side. Now to Brown. Jakari back to Harrell. Hayden's pass right wing fumbled, and it's out of bounds. Last touched by Sequoyah Tahlequah.
Boy, Hayden Harrell goes 5'1" on the roster. She is small in stature, but huge in presence as far as ball handling ability for Carl Albert.
Johnson is out. Harrell goes to the bench. She has not set much here in the 3 games we've seen Carl Albert in this tournament. Zoe Johnson handles it out front with 1:45 to play first half. Right side, it's Kinley Sutton. They reverse, bounce it down low to Crawford. Crawford spins to her right, jumper no good. Annabelle gets her own miss and scores. It's now 14 straight for Carl Albert, and they're pulling away and leading 26-14 with under 90 seconds to play here in the first half. Lamb comes to a jump stop, puts up a long 2. It's an air ball over Sutton, and Carl Albert will get it back.
A little indecision there from Brentley Lamb. You saw her kind of take a first look at that shot and then pause and then try to catch her rhythm and go back into it. Just forced her to be off the mark.
Back in, Brindley Crawford. Also returning is Malia Hatchett. And Annabelle Crawford is going to go to the bench. 81 seconds to play here in the first half. It was once 14-12. It's 14 straight now by Carl Albert. They go over the top of the full court pressure. Johnson bounces it for Crawford. Ball knocked out of bounds. And it will stay with the Titans. Girls Championship later tonight. Dale, the smallest team since Kansas in 2000 to play for a Girls Tournament of Champions title, will take on Tulsa Union. 2 teams that played in the championship game a year ago will play for third place. Lincoln Christian and Bixby. Turnover for Carl Albert off the inbounds pass. Kobe Kirk has it. Shoots it up ahead to Freeman. Freeman underneath to Papitti. Puts it up, foul. And Kyle Ritchie of the Carl Albert fans thought that might have been a clean block. Papitti is going to go to the free throw line. Foul against Zoe Johnson. That's number 2. That's only the first team foul against the Titans here in the period. In fact, there's only been 2 fouls, one each way, called here in the first 7 minutes of the second period. First foul shot from Kaya, hangs to the rim and rolls off.
Scoring drought continues for Sequoyah Tahlequah. Again, that last bucket at the 7-11 mark.
Kyle Ritchie just had his face buried in his hands. Second one is up, and that one is no good either. Rebound to Kinley Sutton. Well, Sequoyah just cannot buy a basket. They only have 4 points here in the second period. Carl Albert has matched their opponent's scoring total with 14 straight themselves. 48 seconds to play here in the first half. 26-14, Carl Albert. Brown slips out front on a crossover dribble, somehow keeps her composure, and they'll put up a jumper left wing, and we get a foul. It's called against Trammell. It's her first. And it was not on the shot, it was on the floor. So Jakari Brown will throw it across the way for Carl Albert.
And Jakari Brown was nearly tackled trying to make that pass. And that's what drew the whistle.
All started when she started to slip on the floor, but somehow kept her balance and composure. Harrell back out there, gets a screen left from Annabelle Crawford, then loses the handle, and it's scooped up by the Lady Indians' Kobe Kirk. Kirk then loses it, keeps her dribble to the backcourt, trying to cross-court it, stolen by Brown, and that's an easy left-handed layup. That is already her 7th basket. It's 28-14, 16 straight now for the Titans with 15 seconds to play here in the first half. Holmes down the paint, misses a runner. Fell off to the left, Hatchett the rebound. 7 seconds to play in the half, and Brown's going to be fouled, and that's against Holmes, who has her first.
Boy, for Prairie Holmes, just a frustration foul right there. She was really upset about missing that layup and then trying just a little too hard to get the ball back.
Zoe Johnson will come in along with Audrey Plunkett for the last 7 seconds here of the first half. Carl Albert looks like they are going to go into the locker room with no worse than a 16-point run. Harrell, the inbounds pass, needs to hurry. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, gets a screen. 2 seconds, 1 second, pulls up to the foul line. Jumper is good. How about Hayden Harrell? It was clearly before the buzzer. You see her let it fly, and Carl Albert doubling up Sequoyah Tahlequah at halftime, 30-14. We'll be back to recap it after this break from the 60th Annual Tournament of Champions, powered by Squirtle.tv.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
It's game time and the lights are shining bright. Don't get caught in the dark. Power up with the Generac Home Standby Generator from Moyer Electric and Generators. When the power goes out, your lights, heat, and game stay on automatically. Moyer Electric and Generators, powering Oklahoma's homes like champions. Visit MoyerElectricOK.com or call today at 888-265-3020.
Oklahoma Career Tech. It's where confidence is built.
It's more than just practice. It's developing the skills to build a successful future.
We're doing work that matters.
To more than just us.
So, when a family needs me,
When my community needs me, when Oklahoma needs me,
I'll be ready.
Life moves fast, and you deserve internet that keeps up. Say hello to Pioneer Fiber Internet with blazing fast gig fiber speeds designed for the way you live, work, and play. From ultra-smooth streaming and lag-free gaming to lightning-fast downloads and crystal-clear video calls, Gig Fiber gives you the speed and reliability to do it all. Ready to upgrade your internet experience? Visit GoPioneer.com to sign up today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off. Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst.
There you see the halftime score. Thanks to an 18-0 Titan run to close the first half, Carl Albert cruising now to the Consolation Girls Championship title, but still 16 minutes to go. 30-14 our score. Welcome back into the BOK Center. Todd Miller, Matt Adair, and the Squirtle.tv crew. Let's take a look at the first half numbers. Sequoyah was just 5 of 22 shooting for 23%. The Lady Indians 2 of 11 for the field in the second period, 0 of 4 from 3. By comparison, the Titans were 8 of 16 over the second 8-minute stanza and converted 12 of 27 for 44%. Titans were 5 of 11 from 3-ball range, 1 of 2 for the foul line. Sequoyah was 4 of 6. Rebounds, Carl Albert with the +7 advantage at halftime, 20-13. You should out-rebound a team that has made just 5 field goals. It shot 23% of the first half, and Carl Albert has done that. Titans +2 on the offensive glass, 7-5. Sequoyah with 6 turnovers. They forced 6 as well from the Titans. 4 assists, 12 made baskets for Carl Albert, 2 assists, 5 made field goals for Sequoyah Tahlequah. Sequoyah with 4 steals, 4 from Carl Albert. The only blocked shot in the first half was credited to Jaden Travis. Points from turnovers, 7-2 Carl Albert. Points in the paint, 10-8 Titans. Second chance points, 9-0. Fast break points, Titans 7, Indians 4. Bench scoring, Sequoyah 6-2. Largest lead of the first half was the only lead for Tahlequah Sequoyah at 14-12. That was with 7:19 to play before halftime. They would not score again. Carl Albert would go on that 18-point run, and they now lead by 16, their biggest margin, at 30-14. Back with a look at the first half individual totals after this break. Girls' fifth-place game from Tulsa. Carl Albert 30, Sequoyah Tahlequah 14 on Squirtle.tv.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
6 surgeons, 4 locations, 1 goal: to improve the health and lives of people in Oklahoma. At Oral and Maxillofacial Associates, we treat every patient like family. As the preferred dental implant and oral surgery specialist of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and with over 30 years of service to our community, we are trusted by professionals and dedicated to expert care. With 4 convenient locations around the metro area, we are here for you. Trust the experts at OMA. Visit our website, www.omaok.com.
Need insurance that serves you and not the other way around? At Brining Insurance, we're independent, which means we work for you, not the carriers. Home, auto, business, or farm, we work as hard as you do. Whether you need a hand finding and portable insurance for your church, someone to help wrestle that school policy, or someone to help plug the leaks in your municipal coverage, get a hold of Robert Wagner. He can help. Call 580-628-2559 today or start your quote anytime at brininginsure.com.
Alva State.
Ja'Carri Brown with 17 points for Carl Albert, the game's leading scorer. She also has 4 rebounds, 3 steals, and her plus-minus as a team in game-high best 16 in the first 16 minutes of play. 4 points, 3 rebounds from Malia Hatchett, 3 points from Audrey Plunkett. She does not have a rebound but does have 1 steal, 2 each from Hayden Harrell, 2 from Zoe Johnson and Annabelle Crawford. Sutton and Brindley Crawford played but did not score. Leaders at halftime for Sequoyah Tahlequah with 6 points, Brindley Lamb. She has 2 rebounds, 4 points, 2 rebounds from Jaden Travis, and 2 each from Kobe Kirk and Kaya Pofitney. And that is the total of 14 for Sequoyah Tahlequah. Second half coming up after these final break. At halftime of the girls' consolation championship game, 5A Carl Albert leads 3A number 2 Sequoyah Tahlequah 30-14. For the 60th annual Tournament of Champions on Squirtle.tv.
State Bank and Trust Company. Older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. We've been around since 1901, proudly serving the communities of Northwest Oklahoma and Southern Kansas. We're making banking easy. Whether you're at home, in the office, or waiting for the next quarter to start, our online or mobile banking options help you to juggle busy schedules and financial needs. So stop by and see us at any of our locations in Alva, Burlington, Freedom, Enid, and Kiowa, Kansas. We plant roots where others have branches. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The proof starts here at Uppercrust. The details are deliberate, perfectly on purpose. From that warm greeting to the wood-fired smoky char of our signature pies. Uppercrust, gather around.
Martin's Machine Shop, a family-owned business since 1974, serves Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas. They offer full machine shop, welding, and metal working capabilities for repair and fabrication. Their fluid power division repairs hydraulic cylinders, pumps, motors, and valves, and includes a full inventory of 6,000 PSI hose and fittings. Give them a call at 580-227-2734 or connect through their website, www.martinsmachineshop.com, to see how they can assist you today.
Our brand, Octus Legacy Private Wealth Management, is a reflection on our commitment to our clients, each other, and the growth we hope to achieve. As friends for multiple years, we operate like a tight-knit family where harmony and collaboration thrive. Our dedicated team of financial professionals complement each other, drawing on decades of shared experience. With a keen eye for detail, we understand each other's strengths, allowing us to deliver quality service. Our camaraderie extends beyond the workplace. We connect as friends, checking in over the weekends to stay connected. Our bond transcends the typical 9-to-5 workday, reflecting our commitment to genuine relationships. To become a client today, call us at 405-252-5925.
As you travel down the road to the Gold Ball, know that you can always get a slam dunk of a deal at Jansen GMC on North Van Buren in Enid. It's always a smooth ride in a 2020 GMC Sierra, Canyon, Yukon, Terrain, or Acadia. Jansen's offers one of the best lineups of used cars, trucks, crossovers, and SUVs in Enid. Check JansenGMC.com for details. Drive a little, save a lot at Jansen GMC, 2602 North Van Buren in Enid.
Second half underway in the girls' consolation championship game. Let's see if Sequoyah Tahlequah can get their first points since the 7:19 mark of the second period. Carl Albert, if you're just joining, closed at an 18-point run. Tahlequah with the basketball. Holmes into the front court as they move from our left to right here in the second half of play. Crossover dribble. Papitti with the basketball. Now picks it up left of the paint. Holds it above her head. Needs some help. Bounces into the corner for Cooley. Cooley with her side to the basket. Will bounce it again for Lamb, and it's taken away. Brown all the way in for the runner, and it rolls off. Crashing for the rebound was Plunkett, and it is out of bounds. Last touched by Sequoyah Tahlequah.
Boy, a scoring drought that is just a few seconds shy of a full quarter for Sequoyah Tahlequah. They have got to find a way to get warm.
You only get 32 minutes in a high school basketball game, and if you go without points for over one period of that, it makes it very, very difficult. Ball goes through the hands of Hatchett into the backcourt. It's a live ball. It's picked up by Kirk, who bounces it down low, and it's out of bounds. Boy, they have completely lost their rhythm. They being Sequoyah Tahlequah.
Misfortune abounds, even on a play like that right there. A great hustle rundown and then a throwaway out of bounds.
Harrell gets the return pass off the entry. You see Hayden bring it across midcourt. Shortest player out there with a floor, 5'1" junior, but she plays with huge heart and is a great table setter for this Titan ball club. Hatchett gives it up right side. Now they cross-court it to Brown. Brown trying to penetrate that Lady Indian zone. Hands it off to Plunkett. Spins right. Scoop shot good. Good athletic move by Audrey. Averages over 11 a game coming to this one. She has 5, and the run is now 20 straight. All the way to the goal. Shot blocked by Holmes. Rebound, Carl Albert. All the way to the paint. Plunkett to Johnson. Back to Plunkett. Lay in good. Timeout. Tahlequah Sequoyah with 6:24 to play. Here in the third. 34-14. Carl Albert from the 60th Tournament of Champions on Squirtle.tv.
When life takes an unexpected turn, you need someone who truly understands what you're going through. At Nixon Dieselhorst, we've spent decades helping Oklahomans find justice, standing up for what's right, and fighting for the results they deserve. Every client matters. Every story deserves to be heard. We are here standing with you. Call Nixon Dieselhorst today because justice, integrity, and results aren't just words. They're what we stand for.
6:24 to play here in the third period. Ty Miller, Matt Adair with you. Tahlequah Sequoyah led 14-12. That's right. It's now 22 straight for the Titans, dating back to the early stages, the opening minute of the second quarter. What more you say about this, Matt, other than it's been total domination for head coach Kyle Ritchie's ball club.
Yeah, 41 seconds shy of not scoring for an entire quarter, and now it's been well over that as we've marked it all the way down to the 6:24 mark. Like you said, a 22-0 run that extends that far back into quarter number 2.
Owasso, Tulsa Memorial's boys for the consolation championship. Raise your hand if you had that matchup on your bracket before the tournament. Not one hand goes up. Full court pressure by Carl Albert. Inbounds to Prairie Holmes. being pestered by Harrell. Holmes lost it briefly, gets it back. Count is on. Beats the count, dribbles into the front court, loops a pass to Cooley. On the wing for three, no good. Rebound back tapped out, and it is out of bounds. Who's it off of? I think it's going to stay with the Lady Indians.
Well, you just got to start to think that the law of averages is going to catch up with Sequoyah Tahlequah. Eventually, one of those shots is bound to find its way home.
Last touched by Plunkett, so Sequoyah Tahlequah will get it. 2 minutes into the third period, leading or trailing by 20. We've got over a period of this game without points. Holmes with the ball, tried to bounce it down low. It's fumbled. Now it's tied up, and that will be a turnover because the arrow favors Carl Albert. 34-14, number 2 in Class 3A on the ropes against 5A heavyweight Carl Albert.
9 minutes and 8 seconds without a bucket for Sequoyah Tahlequah.
Approaching as Matt just told you, 10 minutes may get there. Lob pass to Johnson. That's a third of the ball game. 5:45 to play here in the period. Johnson drives left, now spins back to the wing. Works to the top of the key. Harrell pops out right front court. Harrell resets between the circles. Carl Albert can afford to work the clock, and they've been patient on offense today. Plunkett around the top of the circle, works it down low. Johnson fumbles it, kicks it out left corner. Now Harrell, right side to Plunkett. 5:15 to go here in the third period. This possession already more than 40 seconds old, and a timeout called by the Titans. Actually, they said, it is a timeout. That's the first charge to Carl Albert. Sequoyah Tahlequah has 2 full timeouts remaining with 5:25 to play. Let's take a quick 30-second break. Back to the BOK on Squirtle.tv.
Born and raised in Edmond, Oklahoma, Trevor Randall is very familiar with the area and the Oklahoma economy. Trevor enjoys helping customers just like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits their needs, with over 19 years of experience to help you better understand the options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. So give Randall Insurance Agency a call at 405-341-7878 and let us help you get the protection you need with the service you deserve.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractor.
Squirtle salute to all of our sponsors that have made our 3-day coverage here for the BOK Center possible on Squirtle.tv, as well as our friends at the Tulsa Public School System. Jakari Brown, 17 first-half points. There's a good look at the senior guard. She handles the basketball between the circles.
Well, you're having a day when you have single-handedly outscored your opponent in the late third quarter.
The drought has now eclipsed 10 minutes in scoring, dating back to the opening minute of play in the second quarter for Sequoyah Tahlequah. Zoe Johnson between the circles to Brown. Back to Zoe. Against that zone that's compacted in, daring Carl Albert to shoot for the perimeter. Right side, Harrell with a basketball. Back out front, Jakari Brown to Harrell. This is what you do when you're up 34-14. You have the luxury of getting what you want.
Absolutely, and they can force Sequoyah Tahlequah to have to come out of that zone and open up some looks and cuts.
Jakari Brown with the basketball. Holds it between the circles. This possession is going on 2 minutes in duration. Sequoyah now is starting to come out of that zone a little bit further. 4:15 to play in the third period. Brown with the basketball. Right side, Plunkett. Plunkett feeds it to Johnson. I called a game like this one time in Carmen, Tacoma, Northwest Oklahoma, 8-7 Winoka. Ken Jones, you might remember that game, held the ball.
I was there. I was in the stands, just a little one at the time, but the stall ball.
Unbelievable. 8-7 the final score. Deep right wing three, air ball by Plunkett, and it goes out of bounds. Kyle Ritchie doesn't care for that shot selection on the part of Audrey Plunkett.
Plunkett tried to plead her case. She's like, Coach, I had 6 or 7 feet, and he responded by saying there's no shot clock.
Lamb replaces Kirby in the lineup for the Lady Indians. Holmes across midcourt with 3:44 to play here in the third period. Lamb drives right, trying to bounce it across the floor, and it's out of bounds, and that's another Lady Indian turnover.
Sequoyah Tahlequah, not nearly as many turnovers as you'd think, just 6 through that first half of play. They matched Carl Albert with 6 as well.
Give us an update from Mustang.
Edmond North on top of Alva, 41-33, 4:48 to go in the game.
How's our girl playing?
They seem to be doing really well as a team, and Kylie's hanging in there.
Jakari Brown out front. She's going to face some physical pressure today. Harold bounces it middle of the floor from Jakari Brown. Back left wing side for Hatchett. Malia pulls it back out front to Plunkett. 3:10 to go here in the third period. This is a game that'll get you back on schedule after being behind nearly 30 minutes after the first two. Plunkett with the basketball. Looks for Johnson. She's covered up, cutting left to the paint. Less than 3 minutes to play in the third. Driving left, Plunkett pitches off of the baseline. Hatchett returns out front.
2:45 to go here in the third, Todd. We have had a total of 4 points scored in this quarter, all of them Carl Albert.
Hatchett was looking for Plunkett, who had the defender sealed. It was taken away by Holmes, who gives it right back. Driving to the goal, scoop shot is good. That's Zoe Johnson. Make that 6 total points. 2:26 to play here in the third, 36-24. That's 24 straight with the Titans.
It was the first Carl Albert points since the 6:24 mark, as they had a very long possession just a little bit ago.
And the drought is over as Holmes cuts backdoor for the lay-in. With 2:21 to go here in the third quarter, that's their first point since they took a 14-12 lead with 7:19 to go before halftime. 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. It's 36-16. Johnson sidesteps to the top of the circle. Left side, Malia Hatchett. Back to Zoe. She holds high. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the third period of the girls' fifth place game for the BOK Center. Harrell picks her dribble up way out front. Now to Hatchett. Top of the circle for Johnson. Zoe looking for somebody down low. Instead, it's Harrell right to the baseline left corner. Under a minute and a half now to play here in quarter number 3. Plunkett, a good pass. Looking for Brown, cutting back door. She's fouled.
Foul is going to be whistled on Aliyah Freeman. Just out of position and kind of reached over the top of Brown that time.
That's Aliyah Freeman's first personal foul. And the first foul here of the second half by either team with 1:32 remaining in the third. Brown's first free throw of the second half and of the game, in and out, no good. Jakari looking for her first points here in the third period after shooting 7 of 10 en route to a team in game high 17 of the first 16 minutes.
Wholesale substitution from Sequoyah Tahlequah. They will leave only Brinley Lamb on the floor.
1:32 to play here in the third period, 36-16. Sequoiah's final tournament will be in a couple of weeks at Kingston, the New Year's Classic. That free throw is good by Brown, and among their foes there will be 2A number 1 Dale. Those two played last year in the championship game in Kingston, a game won by the Lady Pirates.
And of course, don't forget, coming up also later in tournament coverage, Squirtle.tv will be live from the Wheat Capital Tournament, Chisholm as well. Great place to watch some good basketball. Todd, you've called a lot of games down there.
A lot of games. It's one of the best small school tournaments you'll find. Wing right, Lamb to the goal, layup good quick spin move, and she has 8. Now with the emergence of a lot more pre-Christmas tournament events, I think that Wheat Capital gets overlooked, but they put together one heck of a field to North Enid every year.
Certainly do, and it's been a long-time tournament in Oklahoma.
Sutton's 3, short. Side rims it. Sequoyah with a rebound. 48 seconds to play here in the third. All the way down the floor. Kirk to the goal. Dishes to Trammell, and she'll score from the block. Tessa Trammell with her first basket.
Sequoyah Tahlequah has unthawed to some extent, as they've picked up now 6 since the 2:20 mark.
Lead down to 17, 37-20. Brown around the defender. Kicks it baseline right. Annabelle Crawford's shot is short. Off the right rim, it's Trammell, the rebound for the Lady Indians. 25 seconds to play here in the third period. Out front, Kobe Kirk with a basketball. Tulsa Memorial, Wasso's boys to follow this one. Deep 3, out front, no good. Rebound retrieved, though, by Cooley. Now to Kirk, her 3, no good. And a whistle underneath and a foul. It'll stay with Sequoyah Tahlequah as the foul's against Carl Albert. I think they are looking, and they are, at Jakari Brown, who has her second. Sequoyah Tahlequah has yet to make a 3-point basket in this ballgame. In the first half, they were 0 of 5. 9 seconds to play in the third. Driving left, Lamb. Left-handed layup, in and out, no good. Rebound, Crawford, a whistle and a tie-up, and The arrow belongs to Sequoyah Tahlequah, but with just 3 seconds to go in the third.
Really going to have to work on that baseline inbound here. You've got time to catch and figure something out, but only about one pass.
They'll inbound Brown. Wide open baseline jumper. Pinballs in and out from Trammell, and that will do it. Through 3 of the Constellation Girls Championship game from downtown Tulsa on New Year's Eve. Carl Albert over 3A number 2, Sequoyah Tahlequah, 37-20 here on Squirtle.tv.
Choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashin, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
We show up every day, ready. When tragedy strikes, we're prepared. It's what we do, it's who we are. Community is the heart of rural healthcare. We come together on some of the worst days because we're holding hope that together we'll experience the best days too. We show up.
Pretty evenly matched.
37-20 our score. Todd Miller, Matt Adair, the Squirtle.tv crew. Talking about Alva boys basketball. Matt has twins that are juniors for the Gold Bucks as they hope for a better 2026.
2025 was a little rough getting out of the gate.
New coach, a lot of new players. Things will get better. Possession to Carl Albert as we play here in the fourth quarter. Brindley Crawford. Pass knocked away from Plunkett and stolen. Lamb all the way to the goal, and it's good. I've been impressed with Brindley. Just a sophomore, she has 10 to lead all Tahlequah scores.
Well, like I said, she had a great game yesterday as well. She's really an impressive part of this Sequoyah Tahlequah squad.
After more than 10 minutes without any points, Sequoyah back within 15 and near steal as Pavifi is going to knock the ball out of bounds near midcourt. 37-22, half minute into the fourth period. You heading back after this one?
I am going to be watching some basketball here and then figuring out the good time to go home. There's a couple of games upcoming that it's Tournament of the Champions.
Hatchet to Plunkett on the inbounds pass. Zoe Johnson will be skipping out after the next game. Got a Thunder game back home.
That sounds exciting.
Jakari Brown, hope it is. Now to Johnson, left corner three, good. It's Hayden Harrell. She doesn't look to shoot much, but when she does, she can make from long distance. She's got 5. It's a 20 or an 18-point game, 40-22. Out front, Kobe Kirk with the basketball. Reverses on the far side. Basie Brown with the basketball. Under 7 minutes to play here from the BOK Center in Tulsa. Brindley Lamb to Kirk, goes up, it's stripped. Kirk gets it back, down to Papitti. She'll back down against Plunkett. Forced to give it up out front to Brown. Left side, Lamb to the goal. Shot blocked out of there by Plunkett. Aubrey has the rebound, spins away from the defender. Now lobs it up ahead. Tahlequah gets back quickly, so the numbers are even, but Brown able to get contact all the way to the goal.
Well, you just got to love the way that Brown conducts herself as a player. She's just got one mode, and it's go hard. That was a great contested shot. Took a lot of contact, hops right back up, ready to shoot free throws.
So Biddy with the foul. It is her first personal foul, and that is team foul number 1 here in the fourth period. 90 seconds in, Jakari Brown looking for point number 19 and 20 of this outing. Had over 20 against Dale. First free throw was good. She's a good player. Carl Albert is going to be just fine. Their end goal is to challenge for a state championship in Class 5A, and that's a field that's going to be really challenging this year. But the Titans expect to be among the Elite 8 when all is said and done in March. One of the reasons, Brown, as she splashes down the second. 42-28-2. The Titans back in front by 20. Harrell with a steal. 2-on-3 to Johnson on the quarter. Back to Hayden out front. Yeah, they'll settle into a half-court offense. That is turnover number 11 for Sequoyah Tahlequah today. Points off turnovers 11-2 Titans. Harrell, pump fake. She'll drive. Pitches left corner. Johnson gets her feet set. Her 3 front rims. Pofbitty with the rebound. 2:10 into the fourth period. It looks like Carl Albert will claim 5th place here in their first ever girls tournament. And a layup at the other end by Kaya Pofbitty. And a timeout on the floor with 5:53 to play. 42-24 our score here on Squirtle.tv.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here. Farming today isn't just about hard work.
Todd Miller, Matt Adair, Reed and Madison producing the broadcast today. It's an 18-point game at 42-24. This game, again, really got away from Tahlequah Sequoyah thanks to a 24-0 run by Carl Albert that started with 7:19 to go in the first half and ended with 2:33 to play in the third period. Brown, tightly guarded, brings it across midcourt. Plunkett, Johnson, left side, Jakari Brown still does not have points for the field here in the second half, but she has 20 to lead all scorers. Harrell slides through the top of the circle. Reverses right wing, Zoe Johnson. Wide open, Hatchet for 3, missed it short off the front rim. Rebound to Sequoyah Tahlequah. Laney Smith controlled the miss. Driving left, spinning right, Lamb, and gets contact. She'll get 2 at the line. It's the first foul here of the final period against Carl Albert. It is foul number 3 on Zoe Johnson. First foul shot is up and good by Brindley. This is the first free throws attempted in the second half by the Lady Indians. They hit 5 of 7 for the free throw line of the first half. Second one is up and no good. Fell off to the right. Good hustle that time to keep the possession alive, and it is Sequoyah basketball because of the hustle from Trammell.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. You mentioned Brentley layup at the free throw line. She's just such an impressive player. I get more, or I've been more impressed with her each game as the tournament's gone on.
Smith inbounds right side for Lamb. Top of the circle, Holmes. Right side again for Brindley. Lamb puts the ball on the deck. Now leaves it for Trammell out front. She'll slide left to the goal, and a foul. That's on Zoe Johnson. That's her 4th. Zoe thought she had ball. She did, but she also had a little bit of body. And we'll see 2 more free throws upcoming for the Lady Indians.
Yeah, it's good to see some life still in the Lady Indians out here, Todd. A lot of teams, after that long of a scoring drought and just being outmatched so much there in the second and third quarter, would have really just kind of put this game to bed. But the Indians still got some fight in them.
Travel hits the first. Correction, that's on Harrell. It's her second, not the 4th on Zoe. One more free throw upcoming for Sequoyah Tahlequah. Yeah, they have really battled despite some adversity offensively today. Second one is good. So Trammell gets both, and she should. She kept that possession alive. She has 4. A little bit of pressure from Trammell in the backcourt. Zoe Johnson angles to the far side, gets it across midcourt with a right-handed dribble. Cross-courts it for Brown. Reverse on a dump pass to Harrell, left block. Now she pulls it back out front. 4:41 to play here in the final period. Girls Consolation Championship game. Plunkett dumps it down low. Johnson resets on the right wing. Now to Harrell. We've seen this offense, which Carl Albert has been able to be patient and get what they want. Let's see how long this possession takes. They've made Sequoyah work hard defensively.
Yeah, this is one of those things that takes real discipline as a basketball team to just kind of play keep away as opposed to going to try and score.
Harrell bounces it off on the left baseline for Malia Hatchett. Back out front to Brown. This is something you might need in a tighter game, and this is a good opportunity to work on it. Harrell, a runner, missed it off the side rim. Johnson, though, has the rebound. Dribbles back out front. Halfway home with the consolation championship game. It's all Carl Albert today. Harrell sidesteps back middle of the floor with 3:45 to play. Jakari Brown, guarded left wing by Trammell. In the corner for Johnson. Closer games, you may need to work your offense and get a high percentage shot. This is a great opportunity for Carl Albert to work on that as Kyle Ritchie paces in front of us. Zoe Johnson out front, 2:17 to play. Johnson to Jakari Brown. Back to Zoe. Bounced it for Plunkett. It's knocked away, but a reach from behind. And they'll stay with Carl Albert. Reach foul called against Lamb. That's her second. 42-27. You go over 10 minutes, probably close to 11, Matt, without points. You have no business even being within 15.
Yeah,
I think that says a lot about Justin Brown's club.
From the 7:19 mark in the third period all the way to the 2:20 mark in the fourth period.
Jakari Brown with it, left corner. Spins back towards the top of the circle on an ankle dribble. Now she veers to the block, pitches left wing for Hatchett. Malia back to Jakari. She'll hold right in front of the Carl Albert bench. 3 minutes down to play in the girls' consolation final. Owasso and Tulsa Memorial coming up. Harrell misses a shot short from three, but Plunkett puts the garbage in the compactor and has 9. 44-27 with 2:47 to play. Tahlequah quickly to the front court. Aaliyah Freeman with the basketball. Looks for a cutter. It's Kirk, and it's taken away by Plunkett. The defense by Audrey Plunkett. Into the front court, it's Brown. Up ahead, left side, Johnson. They had a broken floor, but now Carl Albert's going to pull it back out front. Johnson to Harrell with the baseline.
This has just been good, disciplined basketball to close this game out. It's exactly what you want to be able to see from Carl Albert in a game like this.
2:23 to play in the ball game. 44-27, Carl Albert. Harrell with the basketball way out front. Drives to the foul line, dumps it down low. Layup good by Johnson. They had him spread out all over the floor and got the easy layup. 46-27, and a turnover is the pass for Kirk, too far out of her reach, out of bounds.
Good look on Tahlequah cutting to the bucket right there. Like you said, it's the right play. It was just the wrong execution.
2:07 from the finish. And they tied out on the floor, so we'll join them. 46-27, Carl Albert. Girls Consolation Championship game for the BOK Center on Squirtle.tv.
For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has been at the heart of our communities. Sooner Plains Ag is proud to support all area students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
46-27. Welcome back to the 60th Tournament of Champions, powered by Squirtle.tv. Carl Albert's going to finish 2-1 of the tournament. They will head back to 2026 with a record of 7-4. Sequoyah, who was 7-1 coming to Tulsa, will go 1-2 and finish 6th, and they will be 8-3. Lady Indians with full court pressure. The count is on, and Hatchett just dropped it inbounds. Gets it to Brown. Brown changes hands with the left hand, brings it across midcourt with under 2 minutes to play. There goes the Consolation Championship trophy right in front of us. Brown with her back to the basket, right slot, pivots and gets it to Malia Hatchett. Hatchett dancing around out front, working one-on-one against Jaden Travis. They cross-court it. Left side, Brown. Now it's Harrell. Johnson through the top of the circle. It's just a game of keep away right now for Carl Albert with 95 seconds to play.
Very controlled basketball, even in the face of this pressure from Sequoyah Tahlequah.
Johnson veers left, hands it off in the slot. It's taken away from by Brown. They're going to call a tie-up between Brown and Freeman, and the arrow belongs to Sequoyah Tahlequah. There's more example of how this Lady Indian team is still playing hard despite a 19-point deficit.
Yeah, in a game that really just wasn't theirs to start with from early on. They have not let the fight go at all.
They had just one lead at 14-12, and then the sky fell in on them. Lamb into the front court. They work it down low to Travis. Double team to the right block. Lamb wants it. Now reverses left baseline. Trammell. Trammell bounces it to Travis, and a foul in the paint. That'll be team foul number 2 against Carl Albert and number 3 on Jakari Brown. 72 seconds to play. We're still running behind schedule, but this game has helped to make up a little bit of the time lost from that boys' 7th place game, and that was a good one. 49 points from Okarche's Jet Mecklenburg. That's the 7th highest scoring total in the history of the Tournament of Champions. You think about all the great players that have played here. Lamb slides through the paint, scoops it up off the window. Couldn't get it to drop. Plunk at the rebound.
Mecklenburg started the fourth quarter with just 23 points to his name, finished with 49, brought his team back to within 3 at one point in that fourth quarter.
And they needed all of those points to get back in it after being down much of the way today. Plunkett misses once and gets it back and puts it in. It's now 48-27 with a half minute to go here in the ball game. Right side, Holmes, and it's knocked away out of bounds. And guess who it was? Hayden Harrell.
Telling you, we talked about her earlier, just small in stature, but her presence on the floor for Carl Albert is certainly huge.
Harrell actually called for her 3rd personal foul, so that'll put Holmes to the free throw line with 33 seconds to play. Sequoyah will go into 2026 8-3, as we told you. First foul shot from Holmes, no good. Prairie Holmes has her only field goal here in the final 16 minutes of play. Girls' 7th place game went to 4A number 2 Locust Grove. Second free throw, no good. Sequoyah gets it back down low. It's Cooley for the lay-in. 48-29, 24 seconds to play. Harrell with the ball in the front court, loses the handle when it's out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Sequoyah Tahlequah's Tessa Trammell.
And again, just 20 seconds left, and you've still got the Lady Indians poking passes away and attacking dribblers.
Here we go, final 15 seconds of this one. Harrell bounces left side to Hatchett, back to Harrell, 10 seconds to play. Zoe Johnson with the basketball, doing a lot of dribbling, and the final score will be Carl Albert 48, Sequoyah Tahlequah 29. 48-29, about as close to a wire-to-wire victory as you can get without actually having one. Titans trail just 2 at one point, and they settle for a 19-point win over the second-ranked team out of Class 3A, Tahlequah Sequoyah. 48-29 our score. We'll be back with final numbers right after this on Squirtle.tv.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
It's more than just your lawn. It's your grass kingdom, your green canvas, your fairway to heaven. It deserves the Kubota Z400. With class-leading speed, agility, a powerful transmission, simple deck height adjustments, and legendary Kubota quality. When you need comfort, convenience, and performance, then you need the professional-grade Kubota Z400. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
The future comes fast, which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow, today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, At Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC. The future comes fast.
Time to wrap it up. Final numbers as you see the final score. Fifth place goes to Carl Albert of the girls' draw, the 60th annual Tournament of Champions. 31% field goal shooting for Sequoyah Tahlequah, 11 of 36. Carl Albert, 44%, 19 of 43. Sequoyah finishes 0 for 8 from three-point range. Titans were 6 of 17. 7 of 12 for the line for Sequoyah Tahlequah, 4 of 6 for Carl Albert. Titans +4 the glass, 28-24. Second chance points, 13-4 Carl Albert. Points from turnovers, 13-4 Titans, 22-20 Carl Albert. Points of the paint. Titans had an 11-8 fast break advantage, and 10-2 Sequoyah wins the bench scoring. Each team with 11 offensive rebounds, 13 turnovers for Sequoyah, 9 for Carl Albert, 8 steals for the Titans, 7 for the Lady Indians. 4 assists on 11 made baskets today for Sequoyah Tahlequah, 7 on 19 field goals for Carl Albert. They had 2 in double figures. Jakari Brown did not have a field goal in the second half, was 3 of 4 at the foul line after the break. 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals. 11 points today, 7 rebounds from Audrey Plunkett. Nobody else with more than 6. Zoe Johnson. Only one Lady Indian in double figures. That was Brindley Lamb. 11 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal in a losing effort. Final score, 5th place goes to Carl Albert, 48-29. Boys Consolation Championship game is next. Owasso, Tulsa Memorial. It's next on Squirtle.tv.
Diet Pepsi.